God, I'm so scared for this video. Hello and welcome to a new episode of 10-Minute Tones, where we take 10 real-time minutes and try to build a preset from scratch to usable. And today is a scary one for me. First of all, it's a viewer submission that is a long time coming. Smelly Telly, thank you again for your good suggestion to cover some Dumble style amps. We kind of did one. We did the Jet, which I think is kind of like a Dumble style. I'm not an expert on these things, and this is why I don't even want to talk about Dumbles. This is what's terrifying to me. Saying anything as if I have any authority on Dumbles would be ridiculously stupid of me. So don't take this as that. I'm a guy with an FM3 and a guitar, and we're going to dial in something using one of the models, and we're just going to use our ears to try to figure out what sounds good to us. So let's try to leave all the Dumble baggage, whatever it is. Let's just put it in the baggage cart, leave it over there. Whatever it means, I don't know. And it's hard to find good references and good examples of kind of like what a Dumble tone is, right? Because they're all different. So I'm gonna get my clock here, and I'm going to start my clock, and we will start to dial in a tone right now. So we're gonna start with, first of all, there's a few different models that we could do. We're going to do in this video the ODS-100 HRM. There's a clean channel, and there's the HRM. This is the sort of overdrive channel of the HRM model. The clean is the clean channel from this. The forward is a different thing, completely different model of a completely different amp. So we're going to ignore that one for now, even though maybe that's more interesting because Robin Ford is interesting. I don't know. All right. Let's get going. We're gonna focus on the HRM, the overdrive channel of this, because it's the Overdrive Special, ODS, Overdrive Special. So I figured it would be more interesting to dive into what the overdrive channel can do. So I think I'm gonna try to get like a lead-ish tone. Now, if you're in here and you're curious, normally you could just search for like the amp model. No results. What I would suggest is there are some Bludotone cabinets. These are pretty good. So we'll real quick compare like the AS. I'm not sure what ASW versus H65 mean, but we'll start with the 121s and just compare the two. Right. So if we've got the ASW 121, and the first thing I'm going to do before we even play is I'm going to crank this master volume up, and I'm going to flip the bright switch on. Just based on prior knowledge, based on what I know that I like, these amps should be run wide open. So we're gonna take it there. All right, that is a little bit gnarly. That's good. So let's get back to picking a cab here. We're a little bit out of sorts in this video, but that's okay. What I want to compare is, first of all, let me find which one I like between these two, the A or the B. Okay, now let's compare that to the H65. Immediately, I like the H65 better. Interesting. So what I was not liking from the ASW was kind of like a mid scoop. And this seems more full to me, which if I'm trying to build like potentially a lead sound or an overdrive sound, I want the mid push. Pick here. Yeah, I think that'll work. Either the H65 121A or B. actually sounds really good to me. I don't even think I want to throw a 57 in there. All I'll do is just bring the high cut down a little bit. A lot of... All right, bring it down even more. A little bit more. I hope these videos, if you haven't really messed with the cab, high cut, low cut, they're super powerful. I hope I can inspire some of you who are watching these. Thank you for watching, first of all, to mess with these controls more. They're super powerful. They're my first stage of go-to for shaping the tone. So second thing I'm going to do, as I always do, is I want to hear the sound in the room, and I want to hear the bloom on the low strings and just try to tame it down a little bit. Okay, I'm definitely going to bring it up. Let's just go 120 first. Okay, that's probably a little aggressive on the low cut, but I'm okay with it, so I'm gonna leave it. I think it'll give us more flexibility with the tone stack here. So let's just mess with this. Honestly, this sounds pretty good. First thing I'll do actually is back off the treble. Let's go one click here. Maybe a little more, maybe 1.5. All right, that's pretty good. I'll just, for good measure, we'll chop it down a little bit more. Now what I want to play with here, I'm actually going to bring the overdrive back one click. Let's see what that sounds like. Wow, big difference in just that one click. Let's go back up. That has a lot more hair on it than right here. I think we're kind of in a sweet spot maybe. Okay, that's really cool. I actually really like that. One thing I'm gonna do, which I never do, I'm gonna turn the bass all the way up. I know we just cut out a lot of low cut. This is a different thing. What I'm looking for is on the lead tone, maybe thicken it up with a little bit more bass. Let's hear how that sounds. Let's bring it back down and try to compare. Try to A-B. Your ears need to compare back to back immediately. Your ears do not have a very good long-term memory, so it's good to always compare apples to apples, direct comparison. That's how you can really hear differences. That's actually pretty cool. It's maybe a little extreme. I'm gonna back it off a little bit. Okay, that's very cool. I probably should add reverbs at the beginning of these just to help you guys' ears when you're listening. But we're just gonna do just a medium plate, something really simple, bring it way down, so just give some. That's maybe even too much. Now I want to do something with a compressor here. Let's say we're back here, you know, on our neck or even position 4. Wow, that's really got that chirp of the jet. Yeah, that's cool. It's got that same kind of thing going on. So if I go to just pedal compressor 1, I'm gonna bring the attack time way down, so we're gonna just smash it. And we're actually gonna bring the level back, way back. Might not need to bring it back that far. Now we get our clean, right? We're adjusting the level with the clean. All right, and our 10 minutes is up. We've got something usable. I'll just talk about this a little bit more. Yeah, so we're using the compressor here. We've got our sort of push. If I disable the compressor, we've got a thing. Yeah, we've got, I think that's a pretty cool lead tone. You could maybe even push that a little more, maybe tweak the bass and the treble, whatever. I might went a little too hard on the bass control on the amp. But then, this is another trick too. What's nice about this compressor here is I can go to position 4. And we're hitting the amp. We can control very precisely how hard we hit the amp, but the amp is still wide open. Like if we were in the room with that amp, we'd probably be dead. But we can control, because it would be so loud at master volume fully open. Anyways, I'll stop waffling. This amp is pretty cool. That was a quick dial-in of the ODS-100 HRM. Let me know if you guys use this amp, if you have different settings, completely different approach. I think it's pretty cool. I'm still scared to use it. It does a thing where it's kind of hard to play. I don't know what it is. Like the amp is not giving you help. Let's say that. But it sounds great, and it definitely has that chirp like the Jet did, although I definitely found the Jet 35 just easier to play. It felt more forgiving under my hands, I don't know. So anyways, let me know if you use this amp. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and remember, if it sounds good, it is good.